Welcome to the It Factor, where Jimmy and I, exploring a new blog post by Mr. Len Kaplan, CEO of CDML, that's a managed service provider in Queens, NY.
Right. They handle network management, voice over IP, and UCaaS, UCaaS, cybersecurity, compliance.
Also IaaS infrastructure as a service cloud solutions, Microsoft 365, Azure, the whole package, really.
Quite comprehensive.
So if you're a small business owner or maybe you manage IT for a growing company, this deep dive is definitely for you. Today, we're diving into something really critical for pretty much any business using modern communication.
Yeah.
We're looking at Mr. Len Kaplan's blog post. It's titled, How VoIP Fraud Works and How to Stop It. Our mission basically is to unpack this hidden threat, give you the knowledge you need to keep your business safe.
And what's really interesting here, I think, is how voice over IP, we'll just call it VoIP from now on. It's technology built for flexibility, saving costs, great stuff.
Yeah, everyone uses it.
But it's also opened up these new doors for cyber criminals. It's kind of a double-edged sword. So this deep dive will really get into the specifics, how the fraud actually happens, and, maybe most importantly, how small and medium businesses can fight back.
Okay, let's get into it then. Mr. Kaplan's post, right away it highlights how VoIP really changed everything for business communication.
Totally.
It's so flexible, cost-effective, integrates with everything else. It's become, like, the standard.
Exactly. I mean, VoIP lets businesses make calls over the internet instead of old phone lines, right? Saves money, adds features like video, chat, all in one. But, like Mr. Kaplan points out, there's a big catch. Cyber criminals are hitting these systems hard. And it's not like old phone fraud where you might spot weird charges later. VoIP fraud, it's real time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, often businesses have no idea until, bam, huge bill, or their service just stops working.
Yikes.
And for small or medium businesses, the financial hit,
Yeah.
the reputational damage, it can be absolutely devastating, really bad.
That's a really scary thought for a small business owner. It's like this invisible attack, right?
Yeah.
Happening silently until it's way too late.
Pretty much.
So how? How are they actually getting in and causing all this trouble? What are the main methods?
Okay, so the blog post breaks down the key types. Understanding these is like step one for defense. Think of them as the fraudster's toolkit. First up, and maybe the most known, is toll fraud, sometimes called international call pumping.
Okay.
Hackers break into your phone system, hijack it, basically. Then they use your lines to make tons of super expensive international calls.
Oh, man.
And these aren't calls to, like, relatives. They're often dialing premium rate numbers they control in some obscure place.
So they profit directly.
Exactly. They get a cut. You get this insane bill. We're talking potentially 6 figures overnight for some businesses. It's not a slow leak. It's a gusher.
Wow. That's just nasty. Turning your own system against you for profit? How fast do businesses usually catch on?
Well, often it's only when that massive bill arrives, maybe weeks later, or if they're actively watching call logs and spot weird patterns. That delay is part of the danger.
Right.
Okay, next. Caller ID spoofing. This is where they fake the caller ID. Yeah, I think I've seen this.
They make it look like the call's from someone you trust. The bank, maybe. A government agency. It could even be your own company's number.
Sneaky.
Very. The goal is to trick your employees, maybe your clients, into answering and then giving up sensitive info because, hey, the call looks legit. They're playing on that trust.
Yeah, I've gotten those calls where the number looks right, but something feels off. It bypasses that first level of suspicion, doesn't it?
It really does. Then there's vishing. That's voice phishing.
Okay.
Classic social engineering, but over the phone. And the article mentions they're using AI voice cloning now.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, makes it incredibly convincing. They call, pretend to be IT support, a vendor, maybe even the CEO,
Wow.
and try to get you to spill passwords, financial details, company secrets. If they can mimic a voice you actually know, very dangerous, very hard to spot.
That would be tough. Hearing a familiar voice asking for something unusual, your guard just naturally drops, I imagine.
Absolutely. That's why it works so well. Then there's service theft. This one's simpler. Okay. Unauthorized folks just use your VoIP login details, username, password, to make their own calls or use your bandwidth, basically stealing your service.
Yeah.
Seems small maybe, but it adds up and it means you've been breached. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Compromised VoIP for MFA bypass.
MFA, multi-factor authentication.
Exactly.
Yes.
That extra security layer,
Yeah.
right? Usually a code to your phone or an app. Supposed to be this strong second wall.
Yeah.
But if attackers get into your VoIP system, they can sometimes use that to get around your MFA for other critical accounts.
Like what?
Email, financial accounts,
Huh.
cloud platforms. If you use your VoIP number for, say, a voice verification call for MFA,
Oh,
they can intercept that call or redirect it, get the code themselves, and then they're into your really important stuff. Full access sometimes.
that MFA bypass, that one really stands out. We think of phones as separate, but this connects them right to our main cybersecurity. A phone system weakness becomes a gateway. How often are you seeing this happen? It's definitely growing. As other defenses get better, attackers look for the weakest link, And sometimes that's a less secured VoIP setup. It becomes the path to the bigger prize.
Makes sense.
And finally, denial of service attacks. DOS attacks.
Right.
This isn't about stealing, it's just disruption. They flood your VoIP network with junk traffic, overwhelm it.
Your phones just stop working.
Exactly. Or they become unusable. It's like digitally cutting your phone lines. Your business becomes unreachable. Operations grind to a halt.
Okay, that's the lot of different ways they can hit you. Toll fraud, spoofing, vishing, theft, MFA bypass, it's complex. So why SMBs? Why are small and medium businesses such big targets compared to, like, huge corporations?
That's a really key point Mr. Kaplan's article makes. It often comes down to resources. SMBs usually have smaller IT teams, right? Less time, fewer people dedicated just to VoIP security and monitoring.
Spread thin.
Exactly. They're juggling everything. VoIP security might not get the focus it needs, becomes a blind spot. Another huge thing, default passwords. Or just weak ones, on the VoIP phones, on the system itself. Attackers have tools that just scan for these easy openings. It's like leaving the door unlocked.
Simple, but effective for them.
Very. And the blog post also mentions remote work, hybrid work, more people connecting from home networks, maybe public Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Each connection point, if it's not secure, is a potential way in for criminals, an easier path into the main system.
So, like, an employee working at a coffee shop on their laptop, using the company VoIP over that free Wi-Fi, that's a risk.
Potentially, yeah. An unsecured connection can be a doorway right into your network. And lastly, many SMBs just don't have sophisticated real-time fraud detection.
That the big guys might have.
Right, or those carrier-level protections that flag suspicious activity instantly, like a sudden burst of calls to a known risky country. So you've got fewer defenses, more attack opportunities due to remote work, and slower detection. It's kind of the perfect storm for fraudsters.
Okay, it makes sense why they're targeted. Less armor, more openings, slower alarms. So the big question, what can a small business owner actually do? What are the practical steps?
Okay, Mr. Kaplan lays out a really clear roadmap. It starts with the basics. Harden access controls.
Meaning?
Use strong, unique passwords. Not just one password, but for every VoIP device, every system access point. And crucially, enforce multi-factor authentication MFA wherever you possibly can on the VoIP system itself. Add that second lock.
Got it. Strong passwords, MFA everywhere.
Then, building on that,
Huh?
make secure MFA choices. This is super important because, like we said, VoIP itself can be targeted to beat MFA.
Right.
So the article advises, don't rely on phone calls to your VoIP numbers for MFA on your most critical stuff, email, banking, cloud.
So what should you use?
Better options are things like Authenticator apps, Google Authenticator, Microsoft Authenticator, or physical hardware tokens. Even SMS to a dedicated mobile number is often better. If you absolutely have to use a VoIP number for MFA, lock it down tight. Strict call forwarding rules, constant monitoring for anything weird.
That's a key distinction. Not all MFA is equally safe if the VoIP line itself is vulnerable. Needs a different mindset, moving from just convenience to real security for MFA.
Exactly right. Your MFA needs to be truly separate from the system it's guarding. Okay, next. Limit international calling.
Simple enough.
Yeah, but really effective against toll fraud. Just block calls to countries you never do business with, or require special permission for calls to certain high-risk or high-cost numbers. If you don't call there, block it. Prevent those huge bills. Also, you absolutely have to monitor call traffic. Keep a close eye on your call logs.
What are you looking for?
Anything unusual, big spikes in calls happening at 3 a.m. to weird places, unfamiliar international numbers popping up. These are red flags, setting up alerts for this stuff. That can catch fraud early.
So checking logs isn't just bean counting, it's active security. Makes total sense.
It's defense. Then segment the network.
Meaning keep the VoIP stuff separate.
Yeah, separate your voice traffic from your regular computer network traffic, like putting VoIP in its own secure lane on the highway. If someone compromises your main network, it's harder for them to jump over to the phone system. Contains the damage.
It's a barrier. Okay.
And the article recommends deploying SIP-aware firewalls. SIP is Session Initiation Protocol. It's how VoIP calls get set up.
So these are special firewalls.
Yep. They understand SIP traffic deeply. They're built to stop those denial of service attacks and block unauthorized SIP communication. Think of them as smart bouncers specifically for your VoIP traffic.
Gotcha. Specialized protection.
And finally, don't forget the human element. Train employees. Your people are often the first line of defense, or the weakest link.
Right.
Teach them how to spot phishing calls, spoofed numbers, regular security awareness training. If they know the red flags, weird requests, pressure tactics, suspicious ideas, they can shut down many attacks before they start. They're your eyes and ears.
That's a really solid list. Technical stuff like firewalls, policy stuff like limiting calls, and the human element with training. It covers a lot of ground. The article mentioned CDML offers things like compliance-ready call logging and training too, so it fits into that broader managed service idea.
Yeah.
Seems like you really need that layered approach, right? Tech and people working together.
Absolutely. It's all about defense in depth. No single magic bullet. You need good policies, the right tech tools, and ongoing vigilance monitoring to make your communications setup truly secure. It's not a set it and forget it thing. It's continuous.
So bringing it back to the listener, the small business owner who's juggling a million things, what's the main message here?
Mr. Len Kaplan sums it up well. He says VoIP fraud is one of the fastest growing threats to SMBs because it's easy for criminals to exploit and hard for businesses to detect until it's too late.
Oof. Stark warning.
Yeah. But the critical takeaway is be proactive.
Yeah.
Use the strategies we talk about, strong policies, smart tech, keep monitoring. If you do that, you can stop your communication system from becoming, easy money for criminals. Or worse, the way they get into everything else. You just can't afford to ignore these risks anymore.
It's a powerful reminder, isn't it? Technology gives us so much, but it demands we stay alert. Taking these steps isn't just about saving money on a fraudulent bill. It's about protecting your business's finances, its reputation, everything.
Definitely.
So here's a thought to leave you with. If VoIP is the new battlefield, how do we make sure our communication systems aren't just connecting us, but actively securing every conversation, every interaction from end to end? Something to keep thinking about. That was a really insightful deep dive into Mr. Len Kaplan's blog post, How VoIP Fraud Works and How to Stop It.
Yeah, hopefully this gave you some valuable insights, some concrete steps you can take to protect your business's communications.
And if you like this deep dive, found it helpful, please do click that thumbs up button. It really helps us know what topics are hitting home for you. Till next time.